I'm gonna lead you through a really great 10-minute workout. It's gonna be a strength training workout. We're gonna use weights and we're also gonna incorporate some cardio. So start off, grab your weights. We wanna use light weight, so depending on where you're at, 3, 5, I have 7 pounds here. Keep that core in, your belly button is in and up, slightly bend your knees, bring your shoulders back and squeeze as you bring those weights up and then lower down nice and slow. Inhale, up, exhale, lower down. And you're just gonna repeat that. With this workout, we have 45 seconds, 10 rounds, and we're gonna have a little 15-second break in between each move. So you get a little rest period in between that will stretch or do whatever feels good for you. But in this moment, we're just focusing on a really nice bicep curl. And you wanna keep checking your form, make sure that belly button is in and up. Make sure you have a slight bend in your knee. Perfect, so here's your rest. I want you to put the weights down, make sure you're putting them down and stay focused on keeping that core drawn in, and just give me a few marches because we're about to go into the next move that looks just like this, except we're gonna bump up the intensity. So I want you to go just a little bit faster. We're gonna get that heart rate up. And if you wanna make this harder, you could add a little hop. If you wanna make this really hard, you could go right into high knees, which look like this. So do what feels best for you. I'm gonna keep this low impact. Again, if you do wanna make it harder, just add that hop, increase your speed. You could always go into those high knees. But I'm right here with you. I'm gonna stay low impact, keeping this a real feel-good workout, just getting in that movement, getting my blood flowing. That's what it's all about. Good. And then let's take a nice deep breath. Inhale up, exhale, fold forward, touch your toes. We're gonna roll it up nice and slow. Roll those shoulders back, grab those weights again. Good. And we're gonna do a bicep curl to a shoulder press. So you're gonna curl, bring the weights in, rotate your shoulders out to the side, press the weights up, bring it back in, and bring it back in and lower down. So squeeze in, rotate out, press it up, bring it back, rotate it back in, and bring it down. So we got our bicep curl, bringing it out to a nice shoulder press, and repeat. Nice and slow and controlled. Focus on your breath. Really enjoy just feeling those muscles working. If at any time it gets uncomfortable or you feel pain, just put the weights down. You can even do this motion without weights and it will feel really good and is good for your muscles and just your movement, flexibility. And put those weights down now because we're gonna go into our next move. We're gonna work our legs a little bit. So bring your feet apart, turn your toes out a little bit, tuck your booty under, and just come into a little plie squat here, and then come up. And then bring it down and up. You could bring your arms out. You could keep them on your waist. You could bring them in front of you. You could do whatever you want. I sometimes just like to bring them down and back up. And breathe. Good. After this move, we have one more move, and then we're gonna repeat it from the top, and that's your workout. So I need you to just keep giving your best effort. Good, and breathe. Okay, so this next move, I'm gonna move my weights out of the way. You're gonna take a nice deep breath, and if for whatever reason this is uncomfortable, replace it with whatever move you want. You could do jumping jacks or just hop around, whatever feels good for you. Otherwise, fold forward, walk it out to a high plank. Check yourself, make sure your shoulders are right over your wrists, your core's in, and if you can, give me one push-up. You could even come to your knees if you need to. And then pop back up to high plank, walk it in, roll it up. That's the move. Okay, so you're just gonna repeat this. Walk out to one push-up, walk it back in. If you wanna make this harder, you can give me a few more push-ups. You could stay in a high push-up form without putting your knees down. So I'm just showing some variations to show that no matter what level you are, you can make this workout a challenge for you. and just shake it out. Take a few deep breaths, march out those legs, pick those weights back up. We're gonna go back to those bicep curls, okay? Basic bicep curl, in and down. Let's try to maybe pick up the pace just a little bit, going a little bit faster than that first round. Keeping that belly button drawn in and up, keeping my weight in my heels, making sure my knees don't go over my toes. I'm sitting back in just a slight chair pose. If you want to make this harder, you could even sink deeper in that chair pose. Now I'm feeling the burn in my arms. Keep breathing. Squeeze. Focus on the muscle that you're working, so embrace that burn, knowing that you're going to get stronger. A few more seconds. Good, and put the weight down. Be careful when you put the weight down, Joe. Don't just drop it down. Keep your core drawn in. Protect your back at all times. That's really important. Going into our high knees. Good, working through that rest a little bit. Okay, so if you want to make this harder, you could go faster. Really march, add a hop if you have it in you. And then if you're really feeling it, and you have the energy, give me those high knees. So it's up to you. Here's a few different levels. What's most important is that you're just here, you're showing up and moving. And you gotta listen to your body sometimes so you know what's best for you, and that's what I need you to do right now. Good, 10 more seconds. And you could always blast music too, music that you really love. If you do this workout again, you know the moves, just follow along with me. But whatever you need to motivate you, if you want to put on good music, I always use music to motivate me for sure. Grab your weights again. Good, back to that curl to press, okay? Core's in, squeeze it in, rotate out, press up, and if you look up, you should be able to see that weight. You don't want the weight going behind your head. So when you press it up, you should see that weight in front of you. Make sure it's not going behind your head. Good. Squeeze, rotate. Remember, this is nice and slow and controlled. I'd rather you go a little slower and have really good form. It's not about speed. I love using weights too. I feel like there's a meditative quality if I just focus on my breath. Yes. And put the weight down. That felt good. We're gonna go into those plie squats, so bring your feet apart, core is in. Let's get down, pulse it out for a few seconds. Okay, bring those arms out. Good job. Check yourself, make sure your core is in and up. Bring that belly button in and up. Keep the weight in your heels. You got this. We only have about 10 seconds left. Now your legs are burning a little bit. In 3, 2, 1. Good, and shake it out. Let's roll those arms back and then bring them forward. Getting into our last move, we're gonna do that walkout with a push-up optional. Take a deep breath, exhale forward, walk yourself out to that high plank, come to your knees or stay up and give me a push-up, and then walk it back in and roll up. So I love this move because it's so many things in one. It's a stretch, it's a little bit of cardio, get your heart rate up, and then of course you have that strength training with your arms, working your core. It's just such a perfect full body move in a perfect way to end this workout, this 10-minute workout. But of course, if you have the time and if you have the energy, maybe you can do it again, or you could try another one of my 10-minute workouts. But I need you to be so proud of yourself for showing up for this 10 minutes. I I believe that a minimum of 10 minutes a day is really all you need to feel your best and to be on a great workout routine that's going to empower you and kick off that domino to feeling the best for the rest of your day. So I hope you enjoyed this workout, and I hope you feel great, and I'll see you in another workout.